episode this week. Bye! This is not the Dex, and there will be neither trivia nor battle strategy this week. I am not even PokeKellz.
Nor am I traveling guy Alex. I am so unhappy to be here. This week's Pokemon is awful, and the less people who know about it, the better.
Yep, that's it. Definitely not gonna show its stats and try to do that cry. No way.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna pretend to not know what I'm talking about like I always do.
What?
Like, you know, in a lovable way.
What?
Kind of like Ralphie in the Magic School Bus. It's like a teaching tool. It helps people learn. Look, never mind. Point is, we're not doing an episode on Cacturne this week.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, we are.
Like, duh, we're already shooting it. He is super scary, though.
Oh, you know it.
First of all, Cacturne's got a creepy hat, and under that hat is a creepy smile. He's like a creeper from Minecraft, but even scarier because instead of just exploding and getting it over with, he plots against you and gets you in your week. No way. I'm out.
But Cacturne also has the tightest design. It's so tight, it's clean. Cacturne's the Gen 3 version of Mr. Clean, whatever that means.
Anyway, Cacturne's design draws inspiration from scarecrows, which, if somehow you haven't heard of them, are basically just clothes stuffed with hay in the shape of a person that stand up in a field to make sure birds don't land in your crops.
Jeez, who invented them? Wile E. Coyote? Anyway, scarecrows never really look quite right with those saggy burlap faces and their sleeves flapping in the wind, so it's no surprise what was once just a simple symbol of autumn now represents dark spirits and villainy. Also one time a lovable brainless vagabond. Wizard of Oz.
Cacturne live mostly in the desert, and just like scarecrows, they stay motionless for the whole day. But once dusk rolls in, different freaking story. Turns out they begin to follow weary travelers, sitting on the horizon just barely in view until you're finally too tired, and then... What?
Well, I have no idea, actually. The Pokedex literally doesn't say anything except that they're willing to wait. It never really says what for. But isn't that actually kind of worse now that I think about it? Like, way worse? My imagination is crazy, man.
Oh my god, ew. What does he do?
No idea. That mess is freaky deaky, yo.
Yep, you sure did say that.
Okay, ridiculous segment time.
Yep, get hyped for a new one that I'm gonna call the music of the night.
Close your eyes.
So check it out, this is really cool. Remember how I said Cacturne only moves at night? Well, the half of his name that doesn't come from cactus comes from Nocturne, which, much like serenades, were pieces of music written to be performed only at night.
Yeah, they even have specific times they're meant to be played. Serenades are to be performed squarely at 9 p.m. while nocturnes are meant for 11. So yeah, late night symphony zone. Pretty neat little design detail, but what if we told you that wasn't even it? Because it's not even it.
Yeah, see, somehow we've gotten this far into the episode without getting too deep into some cactus facts, but oops, here comes some. Because of their hot, dry environment, cacti are excellent at retaining water.
Yup, and the reason for this miraculous adaptation to the desert climate can be boiled down to the fact that cacti happen to be crassulation acid metabolizers. Just call them cam plants for short. It's way easier than trying to pronounce crassulation.
See, all plants have something called stomata, which are basically just small openings that absorb carbon dioxide, which they need for photosynthesis to happen. Most plants keep them open all day for the light and carbon dioxide combo, but the problem is it uses up a ton of water, and in the desert, that's a death sentence.
But cam plants like cacti go another route. They evolve so that they're able to close their stomata during the day and seal that precious moisture in. Then, once the sun's down, they open them up and get all that precious CO2 for the whole next day.
Yep, just like some kind of nocturnal plant that's only active at night. Wait, that also applies to both nocturnes and Cacturne itself. Jinkies! Seriously though, this design is absolutely rock solid, my dudes.
Whoa, that's huge. You cracked that wide open.
Yeah, dude, that was so cool. It's almost like he's not even scary anymore.
Yeah. Well, no, actually it's still pretty darn scary. Battle strategy, go.
Pokemon! It's always the ones you don't expect.
Cacturne's a rough customer, but his low speed makes for a pretty tough hurdle to get over. I did though, so it's all good. Start with an adamant one and super train it in attack and speed.
You're gonna wanna run the ability Water Absorb to help you with switching in safely and catching some pretty commonly used water moves for a heal. But you're better off safe than sorry, so combo it with Focus Sash.
If you know you can't survive a hit, you can use the extra turn from the sash to get off a sword stance and boost your attack to crazy levels. But then make sure you follow it up with Sucker Punch, because that's the only way you're not gonna get outsped by literally almost everyone out there.
Round out the set with Seed Bomb for some serious stab damage and Drain Punch to try to keep yourself alive out there for as long as you can get away with it. Oh, and watch out for Mega King, he'll bop ya. She'll bop ya. She's a woman.
Of course, that's not the only way to train a Cacturne, so as always, here are a few random thoughts.
Cacturne also has some access to wildcard moves like Destiny Bond, which you can use against overconfident foes, or Teeter Dance, which can literally turn the tide in VGC with Confusion for All.
It also has access to Spiky Shield, which you can kind of use to slightly weaken opponents you might otherwise have difficulty getting the KO on. Just use it wisely and don't get faked out.
Finally, you can also go with a Spiked set that runs counter as well as Sucker Punch for a higher risk reward situation. Toss Encore onto this set as well for the extra levels.
And that's it! Cacturne, an awful plant I wish I'd never heard of.
Yeah, yuck.
What does he even do? Okay, you know what? Let's just move on.
For a great playlist of spooky ghost type Pokemon, click here, or for more grass types, click here. There's some great episodes with guests in there.
If you aren't unconscious or huddling in the corner with fear by now, why not subscribe? Or if you already have, why not support us for a few bucks a week at patreon.com/thatonevideogamer. You can even get your name in our credits. I'm Traveling Guy Alex.
And I'm PokeKellz. Tune in next week for more spooky October and another magical episode of
The Dex.